Now let's get to one of my favorite segments, our Pivot of the Day Award. It's definitely struck a chord with a lot of you last night when we featured Democrat Tina Kotek. Tonight, we'll see how Republican Christine Drazan does in the pivot. First, a bit of background. During the campaign season, you will see lots of candidates try to change the questions that they're asked into one that they would rather answer. Really start to listen now to the questions and whether the candidate answers the question directly or dodges it. Most will dodge it if they don't like it. In the media training business, that is called a pivot. Some people can do it naturally, others are taught. It is a technique that once you start looking for it, you're going to see everywhere. It's easiest to imagine if you think of basketball. When I ask someone a question, it's like I'm passing the ball to them. If they answer the question directly, it's like they pass the ball back to me. But with the pivot, I pass the ball to them in the form of a question they don't like, and instead of passing the ball back to me, they pivot and pass the ball somewhere else. Instead of answering the question they don't like, they simply answer a question they do like, even though that's not what I asked. In my 3+ decades of reporting, I have found the people who do that the most are politicians. Tonight, Republican candidate for governor Christine Drazan will show us how it's done. She is an excellent talker, so I do want to let you know that I did edit a little bit for brevity, but it doesn't change her answers. I'll play a clip for you, but before I do that, I want to stress that I did enjoy interviewing her, and she absolutely understands the big problems facing Oregon. She has a lot of ideas on solutions, and we're going to cover all of those in the coming days. I do respect her, but that does not mean she gets a pass on the pivot. Listen to my questions here and her answers and see if you can spot the pivots.
Do you believe the election for president was stolen illegally from President Trump?
I am committed to ensuring election integrity in Oregon, that you can count, that you can believe and know that your vote here counts, and that you can absolutely guarantee that any fraud here is fully prosecuted and fully pursued. I talk to people about Oregon all day long, every day. And I believe that the vote in Oregon was accurate, that President Biden won the state of Oregon, and that, in fact, as House Republican leader, we picked up 2 seats on the North Coast. I was thrilled with that outcome. For the first time in a decade, we picked up seats in Oregon.
Which is an excellent pivot, let me say.
Good.
But it does seem like it's sort of a litmus test within the Republican groups, isn't it? Whether you believe that was stolen or not?
Yeah, the Republicans that I have met with, they care deeply about the integrity of our elections, and I do too. That's what the core issue is. And when people lose confidence in our elections, you're basically losing confidence in our democratic republic. That's dangerous. We don't want that to happen. And when I was a state representative, I supported and sponsored legislation to ban ballot harvesting. What Republicans care about, I believe, is what Democrats care about too, and that is that our elections are reliable, that every vote counts, that everyone who is eligible to vote has access to voting, and I've been a strong supporter of that. And that is the underlying question that we all need to keep our eye on. That's the issue we all need to address.
So if I asked it a third time, would you answer, or should we just move on?
Well, it's your time.
And so we did move on. Did you see the pivot? It was once right off the bat when she switched the question from former President Trump to Oregon, and again when I asked if it was a litmus test. And for that, I'm just so delighted to award Christine Drazan our Pivot of the Day. Yes, indeed. How many